All right, everybody. This is going to serve as an introduction to our darkroom in the hallway here in Loso Hall. And I am going to go through the spinning door, which opens into this dark space. And over on the right-hand side are the light switches. So when I come through the door, you'll notice that the door is identical on the back side as it is on the hallway side, and this middle part spins in order to keep light from getting into the space, so that when you want this room to stay dark, it will stay dark. Around this right wall here, there are two light switches. The top light switch controls the white fluorescent lights, and the bottom light switch controls these orange lights, which are known as safe lights. And these orange safe lights have to be on without regular white light in order to open your box of photo paper, because your photo paper is light sensitive to all colors of the spectrum except this orange color. For the remainder of this video, though, I'm going to leave the white lights on. You want to make sure that whenever you leave this space, you always turn off both light switches. But since I'm in here and I'm by myself, I will keep the white lights on because I don't have any paper open right now. A couple of key areas and elements to keep in mind. There's always a trash can for discarding anything that you have. There's a big sink in the center of the room that I'm still in the middle of cleaning up. And these machines around the outside of the room are the enlargers. And photo enlargers are used to print your negatives onto photo paper. I'm going to create a separate video to introduce you to these enlargers and how they work. Okay, the sink right now is in disarray because I'm still tidying up, but you'll notice when everything is put together, there will be 3 trays, and I'll talk about what those trays do and the chemicals in them, what those do in a separate video as well. And there's a little sink around the back here, and this has my cleaning supplies and also this thing right here, which is the print washer, which is where your paper goes when you're done developing it. It gets rinsed off in here. So there'll be a video that covers how enlargers work and the process for moving prints along in the sink in order to create your photographs. A couple of other things here on this very first station. This drawer number 1, is where extra paper will always be kept. You'll get your own box of paper from your supply fee for this class, but this space right here is for communal paper, which might be kind of depleted right now, but will always be here in case you need extra paper in a pinch because you run out or because you forget your paper at home. There's also always going to be a bottle of Windex here that's used to clean glass. And when we get into printing more advanced techniques, we'll start using these pieces of equipment called contact printers. But that's for a separate time. Under the sink is where chemistry will be kept. There's always 2 containers on this side for 2 of the chemicals, stop bath and fixer. And then on the other side of the sink, there is a box of print developer chemistry and then a brown bottle where the developer will always be. And those 3 chemicals, developer, stop bath, and fixer, make up the chemistry that goes in the 3 trays. And they're also listed here on this cheat sheet for how long to keep your prints in each of the trays when you're working on stuff. So that's our darkroom. It's important to keep the enlarger side, these counters and these spaces on both sides of the darkroom nice and dry. All the liquids and water and everything should stay here in the center of the classroom. My phone has a wide angle lens, so it makes the space look a little bit bigger. There are probably a couple of other things to mention, but I'll make note of them and make sure that I mention them in other videos. But this is our darkroom where you'll be spending quite a bit of time this term.